Hey YouTube, what's up? It's JT Satsuki. I'm here to bring you my review for One Piece. So jumping right into this, we start off with Leo. The princess wants Leo to give her a piggyback ride because she hurt her leg, and Leo was like, "No, I'm not gonna heal you. Can't you heal your own self?" And she was like, she got an attitude and was like, I didn't want to be healed. I mean, I didn't want to be carried anyways. I didn't want to be saved anyways. And he was like, "What does that mean?" That's when the friend hit him in the back of the head and was like, "Look, carry her. We don't have time. You're faster on your feet." And he was like, "Okay, ow, that hurts." But he ended up carrying her. As they were running and his friend was flying, Leo was like, "Oh, the princess is so mean and so rude and all this other stuff." And she was like, "Oh my god, if Leo's back." And his friend was like, "How much more denser can Leo be? I swear, she's nice to everybody but him." So obviously, when someone is being mean to you, you know what I'm saying, that may mean that they like you. So obviously, she has a huge crush on Leo. Leo is one of those characters that are dense and doesn't know anything. Now we move on to Senior Pink and Frankie. Senior Pink and Frankie have been fighting again for a while now. They've both hit each other with strong hammer and that suplex move over 30 times, and the tomatoes are like, "Oh, Frank Orlando, you've been hit with that same suplex move. Um, this X amount of times. Why don't you avoid it?" He was like, "This is a man's fight, and I'm not going to avoid his hits. I'm going to take them, and I'm going to win after I take them. Just you watch." See, your Pink slipped back a ways, and he's like, "Okay, remember that this is a man's fight, and a man doesn't go back on the word." He swam up towards him, grabbed him, and right before he grabbed him, Frankie was like, "I'll stop your attack, just watch." He grabs Frankie, they swim up the tower, they go up to the top, they go up into the sky, and we see that halfway we see Senior Payne was like, "Okay, so the sky's looking kind of bad today. I wonder if I'll be able to see Lucian." He was like, "Who's Lucian?" Frank was like, "Who's Lucian?" But he ignored that question and was like, "So yeah, I take it you're back and still made of flesh." And he was like, "So you know." And then he suplexed him down to the ground. After he suplexed him, obviously Frankie should be defeated, but he wasn't. I think because he actually found a way to land on his front sides, which is made of, you know what I'm saying, like metal and stuff. So what he ended up doing was he ended up getting up all battered, beaten, bruised, and stuff like that. And Senior Pink was like, "Oh, so you got me." That's when Frankie hit him with a boxing move, just a bunch of really hard punches. Hit him so hard that he went to a flashback. We got to see his backstory. We got to see that Senior Pink, when he was tall, young, and very thin, met a girl named Lucian. She hated pirates, so he kept his life hidden from her. They ended up having a kid named Gambit, but he died when he was still a baby. And for a fever, after he contracted a fever, he lied and said that he worked at a bank. So when the baby died, she tried to call him at the bank, but the bank said that they had no such employer. After he got back home, she told him everything. Everything collapsed in on their relationship, and she ran out into a storm, got hit by an avalanche. She was put into a vegetative state. It was then shown that he started wearing that baby stuff for two reasons. One, to remember Gambit. Two, because when he wore that baby stuff, she went from expressionless to smile state. And that was the only time he could ever do that. So he just wore that attire for the rest of the time. But after that he started crying, and Frankie was like, "Yo, I don't know what the hell. That's a shame. That's really shameful. What the hell made you cry, brother?" "Well, it doesn't matter. But I'm sorry for the Lucy in person. Tell me about it. I will be seeing you again. So tell me about it over drinks." And he walks away. He looks really boss walking away from not Baby Five, from Senior Pink. In the meantime, that is the end of the chapter. That was a pretty good chapter. Like I said, Oda really trying to wrap up a lot of these battles with the executives. Most of the executives are defeated. Now Frankie's battle is done. A lot of the side stuff is done too. So next chapters, we're basically going to be going to Luffy and Bellamy, as well as Law and Doflamingo, unless he decides to see what's going on with Sanji and them, which I don't think he's going to do until after, you know what I'm saying, Doflamingo is defeated. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. Comment, tell me what you thought in the comment section below. Like the review if you did. Comment, subscribe for more content, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.